Hooray. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about what we should be doing. So we're talking about one, not to do the three things that can keep you held back. All right, so step one. So there is a method to the Ageless Body Blueprint, and not just that, but how I work with clients, even individually. So I'm also open for individual consults, one-on-one consults as well. So the cool thing is that there's a few steps that you can take in order to live out the life you want, to live out the fabulous life that you deserve, and getting to learn how to actually unlock your metabolism, returning it back to how you were when you were in your 20s and 30s, which is really exciting. So I'm going to introduce to you basically the outline of my Ageless Body Blueprint system, how we do this. There's 5 steps to it to get your total body wellness results without counting calories, doing long workouts or missing out on vacation and date night eating, which is so fun. I just had my anniversary recently and we had a great time. I didn't have to worry about it. All right. So let me explain to you all of these things and how it works once I get to where I need to be. Okay. So we have number 1. So the first thing you need to do is you need to detoxify your liver. So this is something that I recently discovered, probably about end of summer, early fall, the importance of detoxifying your liver. So it needs to be clean and ready to metabolize fats. Our bodies use fats from our bodies, the body fat we have, or from our diets. So you got to know, it's interesting, that our body doesn't distinguish between body fat and dietary fat for energy use, for fuel, right? So if your liver isn't clear, it's going to block you from metabolizing fat, whether it's from your diet or from your body. And it's going to block you from producing these lovely things called ketones that bathe your brain in this amazing byproduct of fat metabolism. And it really helps to reverse the aging of your brain and gives you tons of brain clarity. It's amazing. And then this is how fats are broken down. There's so many health benefits. It also helps to decrease the inflammation in your body as well. So if you have any inflammation, joint pain, any disease conditions, diabetes, elevated blood pressure, those are actually inflammation as well. It'll help to break down inflammation too. All right. So most people don't clear their liver because they just don't know that they're supposed to. So that's why I want to share this with you today. So in our program, we do a liver detox first, and I have a 7-day meal plan that goes with it. So it's really easy to follow, has recipes, grocery list, everything you need to do a liver detox. There's also another way that you can detoxify your liver, which is using castor oil packs. If you're familiar with that or not, castor oil packs is basically castor oil in a glass jar that you can put on a piece of a wool cloth, put it on your body against your skin, usually over your liver, leave it on there for an hour, 3 times a day, and it'll start to detoxify your liver as well to get it ready to do its thing. A lot of times women and men, they try to lose weight and they're doing all the things, even all the things I'm sharing, and nothing budges. It's because their liver is clogged with either stored carbohydrates from over the years or with excess toxins that it just can't do its thing. Even hormonal imbalances come into play too if your liver is not clear. Hormonal meaning estrogen and progesterone imbalances happen if your liver is not clear. Those metabolize in your liver as well. So you can use that meal plan before diving in or do the castor oil packs. I like the dietary method better because it cleans you kind of more from the inside out, as well as affects your digestive health too. So it's nice to have those extra veggies. It's basically a plant-based diet that incorporates lots of cruciferous vegetables to help to detoxify your liver. Okay, so like I said before, by the way, elevated cholesterol is not a dietary issue. It's actually a liver health issue. So if your liver is clogged, you're going to also have elevated cholesterol levels. But once you clear it up and start eating clean and healthy, your body can metabolize fats with no problem. Also, your gallbladder is within your liver as well. And your gallbladder has enzymes in it to metabolize fats. So it's your whole liver is really responsible for that particular issue or area. Okay, so let's talk about this. Is going to be fun. So one of our members, Diane, she was so cool. So last week, every week we have a group meeting. And she was telling me last week in our group that she's like, it's interesting. she's been seeing changes in her weight gradually. But the one thing that she did notice at her doctor the other day was that her cholesterol went down, and she wasn't trying to do it. So this is one of those things of those cases of unpeeling the onion, the wellness onion. So you can be doing all the things with, like I'm going to share with you about your nutrition and your fitness and your timing of your food, and not necessarily looking for something, but you're finding other things are happening. Maybe your cholesterol is getting lowered. Maybe your joint pain is going away. Maybe your vision is getting better. Maybe your bloating is going down. Maybe your gut health is, so you can eat foods that you don't have to worry about it anymore. Your gut health is better. You're more regular. Like I said, brain clarity, all these things are happening, and body fat loss is one layer. So for her, she was telling me the other day that she did the liver detox back in October. And she said that her cholesterol levels dropped about 50 points since then. So she does believe that fasting and eating, clean eating, makes a huge difference. So once your liver is clear and you start implementing these principles I'm going to share with you, you're going to notice a big change. So that was really fun to hear. Okay. So the second thing that we do, so first thing is your liver detox. Second thing is check your mindset and beliefs and how you manage stress. So remaining closed-minded, you don't believe that you can achieve something, that you might say you're too old, and then engage in negative self-talk that keeps you stuck, right? A lot of times I hear women, oh, I'm too old, or because I'm older, I'm gaining weight, my joints hurt, my muscles are weak. Not necessarily. Maybe it's just you don't know these things I'm going to share with you. Okay. Why it's so important. So it's so important to keep open-minded because this is the foundation of it all. If your mindset is for you, ready to do the work, open and available to make change and adjustments and being flexible and being focused, you're going to be coming at wellness with self-care and love instead of fear and anger. Weight and health will move with love and peace, but will stay put with anger, pressure, frustration, and overwhelm. When your liver is busy metabolizing cortisol, the stress hormone, it can't metabolize progesterone. So progesterone is going to be circulating, and you're going to end up with elevated estrogen levels, which causes stress and anxiety and worry, even with the most minor thing. So going back to liver detox, important to detox your liver. It's also important to have a good mindset, to come at it with love and peace, than pressuring yourself to get something done. Your body really listens to what you're saying, even what you're thinking. So it's really important to treat it well. Yeah, so it's important to keep calm. The thing is with progesterone, that's circulating and never gets metabolized because that stress hormone cortisol, it's taking priority. When you have that stress hormone coming up and progesterone is down, you're going to be more stressed because progesterone is my friend Karen says, your keep calm and carry on hormone. So if you're not have enough, you're going to be stressed and overwhelmed. So something to keep in mind. Also, elevated estrogen causes a lot of women who are peri, post, or menopausal to wake up early in the morning when they're not wanting to, like get short sleep or suffer from insomnia because estrogen is too high. Okay, so stress and elevated cortisol triggers the depletion of progesterone, like I said, leading to estrogen dominance and adrenal fatigue, which triggers fat deposition, chronic fatigue, muscle and joint pain, and headaches. The benefit of doing it is the benefits of having a whole open mind is you'll feel free and at peace. And honestly, if you treat your body well, it will treat you well, right? So what I was learning years ago is that stress is the cause of 98% of all disease. Can you believe it? 98%, that's a lot. So if you look at the foundation and the core of disease, stress will be there, okay? So we're designed for fight or flight, or to run from the tiger or chase the animal to get food, or fight it, right? So, but we don't have that happening now. But a lot of times we still get that cortisol rush, that fight or flight going, and we just need to know how to utilize it to move our bodies when we're feeling that way instead of sitting still. Okay, I talk all about that in the Ageless Body Blueprint. Okay, so also gut health is affected by stress. Many diseases of gut inflammation are caused by stress, and with no outlet, or leading to gut and abdominal pain, gas and bloating, inflammation, trouble eating and digesting food, including constipation and diarrhea. Of course, it depletes your immune system, lower your levels of serotonin and oxytocin, that reward center of your brain, which those serotonin and oxytocin are produced in your gut. There's that brain gut connection. If those reward centers of your brain are depleted, you're most likely going to start to feel depressed and sad. So it's important to have those at healthy levels. Also, you have brain fog, trouble with recall, and accelerating the aging process overall. So stress really does it to us. We don't think about it, but we're always running and never realizing, but it's always important to take a step back, look at what your beliefs are about certain things, if something is really worth stressing out about, and then making adjustments from there. Okay, most people don't acknowledge this particular area of being open-minded because they don't know where to start or know what to do. Most people don't really even know this is a thing. It's a factor. So you want to look at your symptoms and start with daily prayer and meditation, maybe go for a walk or some strenuous exercise to get your heart pumping, and using cortisol as needed. So when you feel like your heart's racing, we talk about this in our group, kind of like on the spot cortisol reduction, where you can do, some body weight squats, some push-ups, even just go for a walk to bring those cortisol levels down that are elevated with stress. Okay, let's talk about Lindsay. So Lindsay, she is awesome. She's in our group too. And one day she texted me. Okay, so before that, so when I met her, her son plays baseball with my son. So we were talking at a baseball game one day, and I had met with her before about different things. And at the time, she was telling me that she was struggling with abdominal pain, lots of fatigue. With work, she was just really overwhelmed with her job, which is doing really great. But she needed a way out. And she just needed somebody to tell her, this is how to fix this. And then, so she ended up joining my course, Ageless Body Blueprint. And literally within a few weeks, her gut pain was gone. Her fatigue was way down. She could handle stress much better and had even lost a few pounds in the process. So this text that I have, this quote text I have from her is, she said, I'm down 3 pounds. I check in with everybody once in a while. So she told me I'm down 3 pounds, and it really isn't about the scale. She's like, well, yes, maybe somewhat, right? But how I feel, and I feel really good. So when I heard that, because I had just talked to her a few weeks before, and then all of a sudden she's reporting this amazing news. So I was so happy for her. She was in so much pain and just so much distress, and that she had relief was such a blessing to me and to her to hear that from her. So yay, let's look for Lindsay. Okay. All right. Next thing, step 3, begin to learn. Let's see, what time are we at? Okay, I guess I got a break there. Okay, so I'll move a little faster. Step 3, begin to learn and apply. If you need to leave early, that's fine. I just, because of the break with the recording stop, we had that, but you can come back to the recording if you need to. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat and I'll do my best to look at them at the end. Okay, step 3, begin and learn and apply fasting techniques and managing healthy feasting principles. Okay, so we talk about intermittent fasting. People hear about it all the time, right? So intermittent fasting is basically allowing your body to burn body fat as a primary fuel source instead of using carbohydrates. So you can either be what they call a fat burner, or you can be a sugar burner or carbohydrate burner, right? So if we're eating constantly or throughout the day, maybe 3 to 5 meals a day, like I used to teach, then you're going to be a carbohydrate burner because you're constantly getting food in, if you're eating a variety of foods. If you are fasting, refraining from calories or from food for a prolonged period of time, you'll become a fat burner because your body, once food is not available, it'll switch gears, kind of like switching gas tanks, really. If one's out, the other one will kick into gear. So the fat burner is when your body metabolism goes into stored body fat for energy, breaks it down into ketones, washes your body with ketones, your brain clarity is up, your hunger is gone. You're feeling really good. Plus there's a ton of other benefits to fasting I'll share with you. Then you will start losing body fat. So again, your body doesn't discern between body fat for fuel or dietary fat for fuel. So you're using it all the same. Okay, so releasing body fat is about the hormone insulin, not about calories. If you're eating a lot of carbohydrates on a regular basis, your insulin levels are going to elevate because that's what it does. It helps to metabolize carbohydrates. And that constant up and down of insulin actually triggers your body to store body fat. So it's important to know that if you eat a diet that's lower in carbohydrates, higher in protein and fat, that you're not going to affect your insulin as much, and your body will go more readily to stored body fat for fuel than to stored sugar. However, what you need to do first is you have to fast long enough, which isn't really that long, maybe 16, 17 hours or less even, to start going to the stored carbohydrates in your liver. So when you eat, your body stores carbohydrates in your liver for future energy or in your muscles for energy. So if you are fasting and there's no food coming in, then your body will go into your liver for energy, keep your blood sugar up, keep you feeling good. And then once that's out, then it'll go to body fat for fuel. And for me, at this point, I've been fasting for about a year. I can now tell when my body's switching gas tanks, which is kind of funny. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, but now it's gone. That's interesting. Once the hunger is gone, that means your body is going to body fat for fuel. Okay, and it sounds crazy to fast, but it's amazing. I'll show you that. Actually, I'll show you that right now. All right, let's move to this slide. Okay, fasting benefits. Hopefully this is big enough for you all to see. Okay, so there's different fasting timeline by Dr. Mindy Pelz that I love using. She's great. 13 to 15 hours of fasting, you get human growth hormone increased. You get reduced inflammation, fat burning begins, increased ketones, and improved energy and focus. When you go a little bit longer to 17 hours, you get autophagy, which helps to heal your body, improves your immune function, cancer prevention. 24 hours, a little bit longer, you get a gut reset fast where you start to regenerate intestinal cells. You get GABA, or that GABA production actually helps to stabilize your mood. You get brain healing and autoimmune healing. And then here we go longer, 36 hours. This is the fat burner fast. You have reduced glucose stores, you have reduced carbohydrate stores in your liver, reduced insulin, increased fat burning, and then detoxification, anti-aging. Even longer, for a lot of you who are new to this, sounds crazy, but 48 hours. I teach you how to condition up to this. It's not like all of a sudden I'm having you do long fasting. We start with like 12 to 13 hours, which is like finishing eating dinner at 7, then eating again at 8 a.m., which we use our sleep to fast. Okay. 48 hours, the dopamine reset resets your dopamine receptors, reduced anxiety and depression, anti-aging, and HGH, human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is what's responsible for our muscle growth and development. So, and our growth and development. So as we age after 35, human growth hormone levels start to go down. And, but with fasting, it helps to preserve those levels or bring them back up so we can have more muscle and growth. And then 72 hours, an immunity fast. This is when you peak autophagy, peak your body's healing system. You peak your immune system, immune stem cells. You begin to have peak your musculoskeletal stem cells, any chronic conditions that are going on. And my last one I can't see because my slide is covering, but increased and accelerated healing. So this are all the benefits of fasting and also how it helps to contribute to anti-aging. So this is one of the things that we do. All right, and I'll teach you how to do that along. Don't be afraid of it. I walk with you where you're at and I just start you easy. And once you start seeing and feeling all the benefits of this, you're going to be astounded. All right. So let me share with you about Carrie. So Carrie was doing this also in the summer with us. So Carrie took the slow road, which is what we're doing. And despite not seeing it on the scale daily, her body started to change. She had joint and knee pain that left. She shared her weight graph with me, like you can see here, and saw a drastic change in a few months. She was weighing herself on kind of a regular basis, maybe once a week or twice a week, and didn't think she was seeing a change. But then when she was charting it every day, she looked at the graph and like, oh my goodness, it was really going down. So sometimes we don't see it, but if you chart it and graph it, you'll start seeing a really huge change. So she said, this is probably like a month in, I hit my lowest weight in a year this morning. Before that, it was the lowest in 5 years. I know weight isn't the most important number, but I've tracked it off and on MyFitnessPal since 2013. So I have a weight graph. It's awesome to see the downward trend. So this is her 2013. And then now she started with us seeing this and it continues. So I'm really excited for her. Okay. So that's how fasting works. And in our group, there's lots of other testimonies like that. That's just one. Okay. So most people don't do it because they're scared of it, but I'm here to teach you how to do it healthfully in a way that'll really work for you in anti-aging and body fat loss. So the other thing we do is we do workouts together. I have a workout routine or a calendar that I share. And it's really important to get those workouts in to stay fit and strong and healthy. And that way you can have more energy for your grandkids, for travel, for leisure for your own kids. As you age, it helps you become more youthful. makes you feel more attractive and sexy in your body because you feel stronger. And then your clothes fit well and your shape is lovely. So it just adds to all of it. Most people don't do it because maybe they just don't like to exercise, or the reason why they're doing it isn't strong enough and they don't know what to do. Or maybe they're just satisfied with the status quo and like, I'm gaining weight. It is what it is. I'd just rather not exercise. Or maybe just have a negative belief about exercise. Maybe that's the thing that's really holding them back. So, all right, Annette, here's part of Annette's testimony. So she was telling me that she was working out, but was kind of doing it here and there before starting in my course. But then with the calendar, ramped it up a bit because her goal was to be fit and trim as she was when she was back in college. So here is what she told me. So she told me I felt so good after I got off the sugar roller coaster, that I wanted to see if I could feel even more amazing. So I signed up for the 8-week Ageless Body Blueprint. Her goal was to tighten and tone to her college self, reduce inflammation from the inside out, create a quick, sustainable health habit routine that she didn't have to think about, just do it. And then after 8 weeks of the Ageless program, I'm on my way to achieving all of the above and more. I can honestly say I love the way I feel right now, energized and happy. I'm getting slimmer and stronger every day. I am getting more flexible and balanced every day. I no longer eat blindly or reach for a treat when stressed or to numb life's inevitable setbacks. Yay! I'm sure she's probably had more things going on since then too. That's awesome. Okay, so step 5, this is the last step. So learn how to incorporate an advanced fasting lifestyle into your life. So it's an 8-week course. Week 1, we start out with maybe a 12 to 14 hour fast. After that, we can increase our time as we go and then kind of experiment and play with longer fasts. It's amazing. It's just, I always compare it to exercise. If you're training for a 5K but have never run, but you really want to do this, I'm not going to tell you go run 3 miles. I'm going to say go for a walk around the block, right? So we do the same thing with fasting. You gradually increase it, your body gets conditioned, and no, your metabolism won't slow down, which is most people ask me, well, if I don't eat, I'm going to get too hungry and my metabolism will slow down. I share lots of tips and tricks on how to get over those things. Many times when we feel low energy when we're not eating is because we're dehydrated. So it's important to get in some salt and water, and you'll notice you perk right up. So it's doable. Our body is designed for this. So I don't want you to be afraid of it. Just embrace it because it's the way God had designed our bodies. We weren't designed to carry around extra body fat. Okay, so learning how to do advanced fasting. So this program isn't intermittent fasting per se. We do incorporate that, but we incorporate a fasting lifestyle. And I also give you a schedule of what fast to do each day and increase it as you go. So we're going to be working with our bodies, how they were designed, not working against them, so you don't have to worry about it. Like with your hair, I was thinking about this. Sometimes like when you're doing your hair and you're feel like you're having a bad hair day. And I realize it's because we're working against the grain. Like if your hair's going a direction, you're trying to make it go this way. It's really hard to make it go the way you want it. So I realized, you know what? I think I just need this a life lesson to go with the grain instead of against it, right? So kind of make the most of it. So work with your body, not against it. Everyone is doing intermittent fasting, but I feel they really don't understand it. And maybe they've been doing it for a while and they're like, oh, it doesn't work for me. And it's because you haven't really learned or been fully educated in understanding how it works and how I could help you and other people in the group can help you make it work for you, and you can get all the advantages from it. Okay, so we have a testimony, another one. Let's see, from Cheryl. Cheryl's back. So this is a longer one, but I'll just kind of give you a synopsis. So she started day 1 of the 21-day sugar detox this is her timeline, November 6th last year. She weighed 198.1. She was down 15 pounds and had broken her addiction from sugar and felt amazing. That's almost all we have to say. And then I'm going to skip down a little bit. She's currently 2 weeks into the Ageless Body Blueprint program. This is May 10th. I'm at 178, and that is with changing my exercise routine with weights and lean bodybuilding. 20 pounds is my halfway goal in my personal weight loss journey. And intermittent fasting has made all the difference, not just because of considering what I eat into an 8-hour period and cutting out all the late night snacking, which of course certainly helps, but is a holistic approach of changing negative self-talk and learning to love my body right where I am at this moment, regardless of what the scale says. let's see, she's also using fasting for her commitment to prayer and internal growth, helping balance her hormones. She feels like, she says, I'm no stranger to dieting, but this couldn't be further from the truth, from diets of the past. These two programs have been monumental in helping me embrace the miraculous body that God has given me, and I'm learning to honor it as I am meant to. I will continue to move forward toward my weight loss goal, but more importantly, toward keeping balance in my life without food being the focus, and embracing being 58 years old and still feeling like I'm in my 20s. Love it. Yay. Thanks, Cheryl. That's awesome. Yeah, so I was chatting with her yesterday too, and yeah, she's excited. Okay. All right. What else do we have here? Okay, now let's switch gears a little bit. So I know a lot of you are here either to relearn what we've been talking about, or you want to learn more about longevity and living this amazing, exquisite quality of life without giving up food. And you want a simple solution to finally overcome accelerating body fat gain while reversing the aging process. Who doesn't want that, right? You might feel yuck and stuck, right? That happens a lot, and ready to make change. You're the type of person who demands more for herself, right? You're here because you want more for you, and you know your body's capable of more. You want to learn how to do it, how to live in line with your own expectations, and refuse to live the way that you are now because it doesn't feel right. All right, so nothing I have shared with you today is theory. Well, I guess it's theory in a way, right? Nothing's fact except for God's truth. But these are all things that are working because my clients are showing in all these testimonials that what we're doing is working. And I've done my work to help women achieve this. And I've done all the research. You don't have to do any more research. I know a lot of times we'll have an issue and we'll go online and search, oh, how do I lose body fat after 40? How do I reduce aging? Things like that. But I've done it all for you. You don't have to. I love researching. So let me do it for you. Let me share it with you. All you have to do is, I call it color by number. Take what I have, I'll tell you the steps, and then just implement it, right? And do your best not to get sidetracked with another program, because I've searched them all and I've done the metabolic research, and this is what works. There's 4 other doctors that I follow regularly and share, learn information from them as well, who are specialists in body fat loss. Okay. All right. So let me share with you a little bit about what I have. So I know the thing is that, let's see. Oh yeah. Obviously I share with you too. I've done this too. I'm also my own testimony of how this has worked. I've kept body fat off over 40. I lost the body fat that I had gained, continue to keep it off. I'm content with a fasting lifestyle. I feel better with a fasting lifestyle. My energy is better. And I know that if I can do it and all the ladies in my group can do it, there's no reason why you can't do it too. And if it's challenging, no worries. I'm in the group. You can come and ask me questions. I love being available. I'm never bothered by people who have questions for me. I'm always wanting to help. So you have me to help you navigate as well. Okay, so at this point, you're going to finish up. You have 2 options. You can continue doing what you've been doing all along, or you can take the fast track to your results with my Ageless Body Blueprint framework that I just shared with you, all the 5 things we do together, right? Okay, let me share my slides with you. So what you will achieve in the Ageless Body Blueprint, you'll end up with enhanced brain clarity, balance your hormones and blood sugar, release excess toxic body fat, restored gut health, reduced cholesterol, increased muscle and mobility, enhanced immune system, anti-inflammation, decreased joint pain, and possible improvements in vision, which I saw in our test group. We had a lady whose vision improved. So we have our friend Dana. She texts this with me, shared this with me. As a post-menopausal woman, your midsection gets big, bloated, and it's hard to lose weight from that area. So the intermittent fasting, keto way of eating has helped that part of my life, and I never thought would happen. Prayer and adding God into that part of your life is a game changer. With God, all things are possible and easier. Changing some of the ways and my ways has helped to lose weight and increase inches off of certain parts of my body. That's the intermittent fasting and keto. So we do a ketogenic style diet 80% of the time, but it's flexible. Just putting it out there. Lots of prayer. I still can't believe I don't feel bloated anymore and lighter in the stomach. I'm 58 years old and I have never thought I would have a waist again or stomach that was what I call not big. So That was awesome for Dana. Okay, so let's look at inside the Ageless Body Blueprint. So if you decide to join us in this course, we start February 5th. You can join now and get a little discount, $100 off. But what you will get is 8 video lessons on each of the steps I shared, plus more. Weekly like Q&A calls with me and our tribe of women with updates and support. Monthly guest speakers. We have specialists in the area of aging and women's health and longevity come on. Amazing resource. We have group support, accountability, and lifetime access to, says court materials and updates, but to all of our materials and also updates. You get a fasting calendar for those. We have a perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause fasting calendar. You have to fast according to your cycle, and I teach you all about that in the group. Your workout plan and calendar and recommended workout resources, estrogen and progesterone building foods lists. So to get those levels up, I give you some food lists that'll help to bring those levels up. And then a grocery list, which comes with all of this cool stuff. During the 8 weeks, you will learn how to challenge your beliefs, mindset and meditation exercise, stress management tips and skills, detailed education on fasting and the science behind it. We go into detail on that one. The science behind autophagy and fitness with fasting. So autophagy is self-healing of your body. And then fitness with fasting is actually better for you because you end up increasing your human growth hormone, which helps you to sustain more muscle as you age. Mindful, intuitive, emotional eating. We talk about how to eat to balance hormones, gain brain clarity, restore gut health, reduce joint pain, and reverse aging. And there's so much more because I'm always adding to it. So this is just the beginning. So Annette, I'm going to bring you on with me. So she's going to be our live testimony for today. So let me see if I can unmute you. Oh, I can do it. Hey, how's it going? Let's see if I can stop our share. Oh, good. Yay. There you are. Hey, Denise. So anyway, so tell me, I'm just gonna stop your video real quick, Denise. So, okay. So you've been with us through the test group. You came through the sugar detox. And then one thing that I really wanted to highlight today was something that we shared together a few weeks ago in our Q&A session. And I was asking everybody, do you feel like this is a weight loss or a diet program? Because I don't want it to feel that way. I want this to be a lifestyle, right? And so what she shared with me was really impactful because she's been doing this with me for a while and she understands the benefits and living it out in her written testimony I shared. But tell us a little bit more, like, how is it that how is this different from dieting how is it different from dieting compared to what we actually are doing in this group? What's your experience been?
Well, for me, I thought this is much more as a lifestyle than a diet because I wanted to add in healthy habits for me. And that's what it's done for me.
That's awesome. So so the difference between it being a diet, something being a diet and something being a lifestyle, what do you think what's the distinguishing factor? What would you say is how would you know the difference for you?
Well, a lifestyle to me is about having a plan, but you can deviate from the plan if you want to. It's not so strict.
Okay. So I know one thing we talked about too was about kind of how you feel, like how we feel like, I know dieting might feel like we're not really at peace, but we're kind of stressed out all the time about stuff. How do you feel differently living out this lifestyle compared to that kind of mindset?
I have, it's been very easy for me. I don't understand. It's easy because I've just been adding things one by one and not having to do it, be overwhelmed. And I could do it. I could just add them as I could fit them in. And I didn't even have to do it 100% because even as much as I did for it, it helped me. As you know, it kept building these good habits. And that's why I think it's more like a lifestyle.
Okay, awesome. So you didn't feel stressed about it or anxious or having to count or do things all the time or weigh yourself or whatever. It just felt more like a natural thing. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. And it actually built over time. I've been a little over a year with this whole program, and I did not join it to lose a lot of weight, but I'm down 15 pounds from consistently this
Awesome.
for the year, and I am at my college weight.
Yay!
Yeah, and adding in exercise. I lifted weights in college, and I'm toning up. I've
That's
lost
awesome.
3 inches from my belly button
Woohoo.
waist measurement, and I'm
Wow,
like,
that's huge.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that either. That's awesome. So then, how was I going to ask you? So okay, so actually, how old are you now? You can share with everybody how old you are.
I'm 57.
Okay, so being over 40 doesn't really matter. You can still do the things and know how to do it according to your age, and you still obviously are getting a result and feeling strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm amazed. I just thought I had to gain 5 pounds every decade. And I'm like, I guess not. You don't have to.
Right. I know people say that. I hear that all the time. Oh, I'll just gain 5 pounds every 10 years. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's so true. But yeah, that doesn't have to be the case, right? When your hormones are balanced, when you're fasting, when your blood sugar is balanced, your liver is clear, you have more energy to exercise. It just kind of all like again, that wellness onion just all kind of comes together and you start to see like how each layer works to your advantage. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations. I didn't know about the 3 inches around your waist. Very cool. That's a big change. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Thanks. Let's see if I can let me see if I can bring Denise back. Denise, if you want to come back, you can. Sorry, I turned you off. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my slides here. See if I can share. Oops. Where's my Zoom? Okay, there you guys are. Okay, let me share my screen again. All right, let's finish up here. Okay, so the very last thing is you probably all want to know, like, how do I do this program with these ladies? And how much does it cost, right? So let me get to that. All right, so I'm looking, okay, right now, just so you all know, I'm looking for 10 women right now. So I have my ideal is to have 12 women in the group each new round. And 12 is kind of like one of those numbers I feel like God gave me. 12, like 12 disciples. I'm sure there's others. I'm big into numbers. I love the significance of numbers, but I have 2 already who registered. And so I'm looking for 10 more who might want to join in this intimate third round. And if you want to join, there's also an offer of $100 off discount, plus a lifetime of weekly group sessions. And honestly, okay, just so you all know, I'm telling everybody, even the people who are in the group now. So the Facebook group community is included in the price of the course. But starting the 4th round, it's going to be a fee for the group. You'll get all the access to the course material, but there's a fee for the group. You'll get it included for the first 8 weeks. This is not now, but the next round. You'll get the group included for the first 8 weeks of the course. Then after that, if you want to continue with us, which I encourage you all to do, it's going to be $25 per month to be part of the group. But right now, you don't have to worry about that. I'm just letting you know. Right now, it's still going to be included in the cost. So if you join now in the 4th round, you'll still get access to us for life, to the group for life. And then always have access to me personally if you have questions about your diet or meal plan. And usually I check in with you guys as well. So, okay, the cost of the course. So the cost of the course is $315 per month for 4 months if you want to make payments. Or you can just pay up front. It's $1,200 for lifetime access. It's not just for 8 weeks, but for lifetime access. And if you want to pay the payments of $315 for 4 months, then it's a little bit more and you'll save some money paying upfront $1,200. If you really need this in your life, I'm flexible and I'm happy to extend it to 6 months payments. So 6 months payments are $215 a month for 6 months. And then plus the $100 off using the coupon link that I'll share with you. I'll email it to you actually actually, I think I might have it here. I can put it in the chat just so you can see it right now. This coupon expires February 1st. So if you are thinking about joining, I would do it sooner than later because where's my chat box? Here's the link. I'm gonna put it in here because it's going to be expiring soon. And plus, I would love to get the group filled up right now so we can start bonding and connecting, getting to know each other. When you join the group, I'm going to do a formal announcement, an introduction of you in the group with your photo and information about you. So this is going to be the 3rd round of the group. It begins February 5th. And It's an online video course. It's all set up in a separate platform on a website. You can watch it on your own time. You can watch each video one at a time once a week, or you can binge them. It's up to you. Each of them are about an hour long. I have some of them broken up into 2 half-hours, so it's easier to consume. And we will, or you can watch it on your own, or we will start up together on February 5th. And in our private group, I'll be posting the video for the week. We'll watch it. You can watch it on your own time and then discuss it in our group session for the week. If you're interested, you can post in the comments, I'm ready. I'm ready in quotes. And if you are ready, just let me know, and then I'll get back to you. We can do, if you want to do a 30-minute complimentary nutrition evaluation with me to see if it's right for you, I'm happy to do that. If you put in the comments, I'm ready, I can reach out to you and we can do that. Or you can just register with the coupon link I gave you in the chat box just now, and you can register there. So, yeah, so I'm excited for you to join us. I can open the floor for questions if you have any. I know we're over time, but that's my style. I just love to share. But good thing it's half and half. I broke it up into 2 sections. Thank you, God, for doing that. Yeah, so if you have any questions for me, put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. Actually, you can unmute yourself if you have questions. And Linda, I see she's ready. Awesome. Yay. So I will, you can message me directly if you'd like, Linda, on Facebook. Let me know if you're ready and you want to do a 30-minute consult with me and you learn more. Or if you just want to register, you can just click on the link in the chat box and register right there. And then you can choose whatever price point you want to pay. Yeah, so if you have any questions for me, let me know. Yeah. Was somebody saying something? Okay.
I think this is Linda, I started to say something, but I'll open up the link, look at it, and then I'll text you.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Let me know. Yeah. So thank you for being here. I'm glad you came to join us today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right. So just want to see if there's any questions. Must have explained it pretty well, which is good. Thank you all for being here. This is really cool. And then if you know of anybody who needs this in their life, this is like huge. So if you know of anybody who needs this, feel free to share this. I'm going to send this video to all of you in your inbox. You can rewatch it later if you need to. And yeah, we can all do this together and change the course of aging for everybody. So anyway, have a fantastic day. Let me know if you need anything, and feel free to message me on Messenger on Facebook, and I will get back to you with all the details. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.